What's up, guys? Today I'll be comparing certain waves in the new TzekHaar Front in the Elder God Wars dungeon. You could go do the whole front, or you could repeat certain waves over and over again. There are a few waves that I looked at, which are Wave 4, Wave 9, and Wave 16. There's also Wave 17, which is the Harakan wave, but I don't think it's repeatable, and if it is, it's probably an oversight. These waves have only one type of monster. On Wave 4, it's the Her wave with 3 igneous variants. On Wave 9, it's the Zil wave with 3 igneous variants. On Wave 16, it's the Triple Jad wave. So why would you want to repeat these waves? You miss out on getting drops from Zuck and you only get common loot. Well, these waves have variable amounts of attention required. Looking at waves 4 and 9, it looks like you can repeat these waves without leaving the arena, and you can, I guess, semi-AFK them. It takes about a minute to complete wave 4 and wave 9, so it's quite relaxing. Wave 16, however, requires your full attention because you can't AFK Jads. Here's my equipment for the Hers on wave 4. I'm using Mage Tank gear with Sea Singers since I'm using Animate Dead. For my spell, I'm using Blood Barrage for when I auto-attack, but Blood Blitz should work fine. I was using Penance Aura to top up my prayer points. The Hers don't hit hard, and you can camp Soul Split, and I wasn't even using Animate Dead for the entire time. I also was not using Augmented Armor just to save on Divine Charges. Other gear I'm using are an Augmented Staff of Sliske with Aftershock 4 and Precise 6, and Ruthless 1. A Scripture of Wen for a cheap pocket slot item, the new Magic Cape from the TzekHaar Front, which makes Omnipower more usable now, and an upgraded Pontifex Shadow Ring, so I can get Tier 3 Tros. For the ability bar, I put all 3 magic stuns on the bar. Greater Chain is exceptional here, even without using Karoming. I put Asphyxiate right after Greater Chain, so then the additional targets take fat damage, and the stun from Asphyxiate, which will weaken the Igneous Hers. Here's the amount from 1 hour of the TzekHaar Hers. The weakest one, like this one. You get 9 tier troves, elder troves, a bunch of blood runes, and then the tradable anema is only about 200. If you have untradable ones, or you haven't upgraded your ring yet, you'll obviously get more. But yeah, I only got 201, and then you get 9 pages. You also get 9 pages for the book, which is nice. So look at the Hydrix Bolt tips. You get about 100 of these, and some Onyx Bolt tips, which is nice. Also 148 dust. Here's my equipment for the Zil wave on wave 9. It's somewhat different from the TzekHaar Hers setup since the Zils do more damage and they do range. I'm still using Mage Tank gear with Animate Dead, but I'm upgrading to Augmented Actoprimeval. The perks I'm using on it are Enhanced Devoted 4, which helps with survival, then Impatient, Crackling, and Biting. The other gear is the same as with the Her wave. Staff of Sliske, Scripture of Wen, Igneous Kalzuk Cape, and a Pontifex Shadow Ring. This time, I'm still using Blood Blitz and Penance Aura, but no longer using Soul Split, instead using Range Prey. For the ability bar, I switched things up and put Devotion first, because these things hit harder. Then I put Thresholds and Omnipower higher on the list since they will weaken the Igneous Zils. Greater Chain is also a high priority, and a Greater Chain into Omnipower will tear through their HP. Just finished up the last of the Zils on this wave, so just go right back here in this spot, and then go use the extra action button. Don't attack Zuck. Just wait for the wave to restart, and you want to stand here, as you'll see shortly. Alright, if you stand here, this Igneous Zil will come towards you, and then this Igneous Zil will also come towards you, and the third one from all the way over here will come towards you. So you just sit here and let auto retaliate do its job, and make sure you got animate dead, all your tank gear, and you just sit back and relax. For the Zills, these guys hit harder than the Hers, so you do want your tank armor, and you especially do want to activate animate dead, so then you can tank all those shots. And this is also why Devotion also helps. Acto, I got Acto Primeval. I'm not using Crypt Bloom because I don't have it, but also because Crypt Bloom does not protect against range attacks. But yes, it takes about a minute in between each extra action button press. So you finish these guys off every once a minute. You could activate the extra action button right now, even though there's a bunch of Zills, but I'll just kill these. One thing I forgot to mention is that I'm not sure if the extra action button, if you insta-kill the rest of the Zills, if they drop loot or not. Alright, that's an hour of Wave 9. Let's go check out that loot. So, here's the loot from 1 hour of Wave 9. I did surprisingly get an uncut Onyx. Let's see, what else? What other notable drops we got? We got 183 Onyx Bolt Tips, 183 Hydrix Bolt Tips, 507 Onyx Bolt Tips, a good amount of combination runes, 8 Elder Troves tier 3s. What else did we get? 153 of the tradable Anima. Let's see. So I did have to go through I had to start on wave 4, then get to wave 9. So some of this loot might be from just those preliminary waves, but I don't think that's a big deal. So far 20 mil is not, I'm not sure if that's great for wave 9, but it's definitely something, especially when you need, when I was surviving on Acto. Now that we've done the Zills, let's go do the triple Jad wave and do that over and over again, see how that goes for 1 hour. For the triple Jad wave, I bring my best range gear. You can't AFK the Jads, so this will require you to be quite active. My gear consists of Elite Cyanic with an Eldritch Crossbow, Scripture of Wen, Igneous Kalzuk Cape, and a Pontifex Shadow Ring. Also Cinderbane Gloves and 2 Essence of Finalities with Saren Godbow and Darkbow. I'm also camping Hydrix by Criminal Bolts. I will use the Cape effect here and use Deadshot in my rotation, which will now only cost 60% Adrenaline instead of 100%. Now, for where I stand in the northwest part of the arena, right next to the geyser. I will take damage from the geyser, however it's small enough to ignore, and with the upgraded Pontifex Shadow Ring, I take even less damage from it. In this spot, the northwest Jad will start attacking, and the other ones will get stuck on the rock. Do each one by one, and it should be simple. These Jads have 50k HP on normal mode, so my ability rotation will take that into account. There are 2 different ways to take on this wave. Both I've tried. Do you only kill 2 Jads and keep the third alive, or do you kill all 3? Killing only 2 will significantly lower your kills per hour since you do more trips. Killing all 3 seems better. However, if you don't tally out immediately after killing the third, you will move on to the next wave, which is the Hurricane wave, and that has a checkpoint. I did both, and I will show you how I killed the Jads. For killing 2 Jads, I start on the northwest rock as usual. On the first Jad, I start with Deadshot into a Saren Godbow spec, then into Greater Ricochet. If he's not dead yet, I continue with basics to build up adrenaline. Then I move north of the rock and attack the second Jad while still being safe from the third. I do Snapshot into Rapid Fire into Darkbow spec with Greater Ricochet thrown somewhere in between. After the kill, teleport out and regain adrenaline. Go through the portal, surge to Zuck, and restart the wave. For killing all 3 Jads, same starting spot. On the first Jad, same rotation, Deadshot, Saren Godbow spec, Greater Ricochet, finish with basics. On the second Jad, Snapshot, Rapid Fire, Darkbow spec, Greater Ricochet, finish with basics. For the third Jad, my Saren Godbow and Deadshot are still on cooldown, so that just leaves dumping Darkbow specs and doing basics. Monsters killed in here drop loot immediately, so you don't have to sit through the entire death animation. Once I kill the third Jad, I tele out immediately, regain my adrenaline, and surge back to Zuck to restart the wave. Overall, it takes slightly over a minute to finish a wave and get back to the front. Just checking in, we're halfway through the hour on the triple Jads, and here's what we've got so far. 13 mil, 2 Onyxes. Alright, after an hour of Jads, 24 mil in the chest. Let's see what valuable loot we got. Okay, over 1k bloods, 545 Onyx bolt tips, some Hydrixes. Let's see what else. 40 Anima, and I got 137 Jad kills, which averages about a little over 2 a minute, which is really strange, but that just means that, you know, you can kill them really fast and keep banking, which is pretty good. But yeah, 24 mil compared to the other mobs. You have to also be active when you kill the Jads. We're halfway through, and this is the loot so far, 13 mil. Just finished an hour of killing Jads, repeating that wave. Got 174 kills. Let's go check out the loot. Okay, 31 mil for an hour of killing Jads. Let's see, any notable drops? Got 1,000 blood runes, an uncut onyx, some pages. Yeah, this is what the loot looks like after an hour of killing Jad. So in my opinion, out of these waves, the best one to farm is wave 4 with the Hers. It has fairly low requirements and has a low chance of killing you. I've heard that you can get 30 mil an hour on wave 4, which is great compared to the 20 mil that I got. It also seems to be the most relaxing way to get Elder Tros, which gives you extra loot and is definitely worth doing. Anyway, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.